Welcome to the PDX files. Each week we dive into the weird and the unexplained here in the Pacific Northwest and beyond. My name is Peej.
And I'm Mac.
And Mac, what are we talking about tonight?
Well, I think a lot of folks need to go into this. It's a very kind of a for idiots kind of presentation, but it's like AI and what you should look for as far as deep fakes. Like I've seen stuff online recently, just in the kind of arena that we're on. I've watched videos. I like that's not the person that I know who's actually speaking these things. That's totally AI.
Mm-hmm.
And so the ability to sort of identify some of those things and maybe be a little bit ahead of the game will really help you, um, regardless of whether it's like an alien invasion or just election. So let's kind of get into it.
All right, so this is how to spot AI deepfakes, and I've not seen this video, so my responses will be authentic. Here we go.
Here are two videos, one made by AI and the other also made by AI. But one was obvious and the other's pretty good. So if you didn't get it right away, that's fine. I would be more worried about the people who didn't click on this video because they're so sure they know how to spot AI videos. Only the bad ones are easy to spot. The good ones go unnoticed. And when that happens, no one pops out saying, "Gotcha, hope you learned your lesson." No, it just fades into the feed and becomes normal. My name's Jeremy Carrasco, and I'm fascinated with AI and video, though currently pretty skeptical. I play with the same tools you're seeing online, and I credit and disclose my AI uses, but many people don't, either because they're unaware or they're trying to trick you. You need to know how to spot AI videos, but I really wish you didn't have to. The AI companies and platforms really need to step up with some real solutions because the video models are good.
They're not gonna.
The new releases fixed most of the old giveaways, and AI creators get around the new giveaways by changing their prompts or just trying again. In this video, I generated every AI clip you see, and I clearly labeled all of them, so you don't need to be paranoid. I have an AI usage statement on my channel page, and remember that these tips will have an expiration date because the models will improve. So, let's get started and do some eye training. I group red flags into three categories: anatomy, technical, and situational. There are about 12 red flags total. You need a few of them together to be sure that something's AI. Real videos can get caught up here, so be careful not to jump to conclusions too soon or over-police this. I'm starting with anatomy because it's definitely your best bet. There are no tech or media skills needed. And here's why. You have a superpower. You know what humans look like way better than AI does. So let's embrace this power and use it, especially because these will be some of the toughest red flags for the AI companies to take care of. Let's start training with this AI video. We're naturally drawn to their smiles and faces, but let's rewind and look closer. The hand starts with 5 fingers but then gets mushy. The handshake looks normal, but the hug is the real giveaway. The hands
Oh, it's only 4 fingers.
AI has figured
Shit.
out that our hands have 5 fingers now. But videos show how hands move, and that's harder. A sharp AI creator would just try again. I actually had to run that video a few times to get something halfway convincing. But the other weird mushy hand things would slide under the radar and make it to your screen.
Of course, yeah.
Let's show another one, a vertical video. This influencer is normal up until the very end where her hands do that. Anything with complex body movement is tricky for AI. Here, the woman runs well until she has this unnatural stumble, and sports highlights barely work at all. They're pretty funny to watch. AI creators are definitely onto this, so they try to avoid these situations since they know the model struggle, but there are 4 red flags that are present in almost any video with a human, so I'm going to cover them all at once.
Okay, we'll pause there for a second.
I mean, I've seen plenty of videos like that. Like, it's not just like you're looking for 4 fingers, but it just seems like what I've noticed, and I think they probably, maybe they'll notice this later on in this video, but like it's like the kind of what they say and kind of like the
Mm-hmm.
facial patterns also. So if you're just kind of sort of focused on some of the distracting movements and some of the red flags that you may or may not notice unless you're really trained, like this guy is, who's probably AI. But looking at it, it's pretty interesting how close they can get and how yeah, humans are able to overlook some of those red flags, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you listening on the podcast, please do watch the reference video so that it makes
It's
a
critical,
bit
yeah.
more sense. Yeah, but as he was describing, as this narrator was describing, mushy hands or hands that morph and limbs that morph. Certainly, those are indeed dead giveaways. But do you know how when you're looking at something, when you're watching a video, you're I don't even have I don't have the numbers, but your brain can only process so much, so that and that it fills in the rest by assumption. So like
Right.
if
Yeah.
you're like until he said until not he until on the video it said that the background is actually AI generated. I wasn't even paying attention to the background at all. It was just literally background noise to me. I was not paying attention to it. But once he put a caption that the background of the video is AI generated, then I started paying attention to it a little bit more. So in the video that he showed with the gentleman, hugging, it would have been so easy to
Yeah.
miss those cues that he was talking about.
Oh, definitely, and it looked natural for the most, really for the most part. But I guess it's just those little, things you have to look for, just
Oh
those
yeah.
little small red flags that people, and that's kind of the danger of it. It's been talked about for many years. It's like, um, we have to be careful because not all the leaders who we expect to be using this are using it for the positive, I guess, as it were.
And jumping to conclusion a little bit or jumping towards the end here, but eh, not all the leaders know how to consume this media either. So
Oh, totally. You could totally be fooled by it, and that's so scary. Imagine if they want to have this during like the Cuban Missile Crisis. That's like Kennedy was like what it like being all like this, and Khrushchev being kind of weird about things, or even in the 80s, like Reagan doing things, or the 90s Bush, the 2000s Bush, and like having some type of a thing that could be taken out of context
oh,
uh,
for sure.
is super dangerous.
All right, we'll continue.
Ready? I'm next to an AI person so we can compare and see what's wrong with him. Don't pay too much attention to me. The AI's skin is smooth, like it's wearing a ton of makeup. There are details resembling pores, but they don't stay in the same spot on his skin as his face moves. The skin looks like leather. The subtleties are gone and the texture is off. Now, let's look at the hair, which has some shape and strands, but it looks very thick, almost like it's animal fur. It's coarse and fuzzy looking. And the teeth are straighter than mine, which is not much of an accomplishment, but they change width and shapes as he talks, and the spacing between them
Oh
shifts around.
shit!
Okay, that's enough staring at me. Let's appreciate that for a second. I called that a superpower for a reason. Your subconscious can pick out all that detail that I had to zoom in on to demonstrate, and that's pretty cool. Speaking of which, look at this firefighter and how he turns around. Did you see it? His eyes popped into the frame too quickly and stayed really wide. Google's VO has this wide eye bug right now that's a
That's
dead giveaway.
fake.
But eyes in general can look too glassy and dead because they don't show real life movements. So, you've come across a video you think might be AI, but there's nothing wrong with the people, or maybe no people, but it has this weird look or bad vibes.
Which most of them do, to be honest. Right? Haven't you seen some videos, like, not even that, recently, that just look off?
Well, yes, I would say so. I also consume a lot of videos on a daily basis. I mean,
So maybe you should know better than the rest of us,
Instagram,
but
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
On Instagram Reels or Facebook Shorts, TikTok, whatnot. That I think I would say for myself, I'm able to spot an AI video um fairly quickly. I mean, I'd even I think there are quite a few, and it's proving so much for me every day how many people are fooled so easily, or easily allow themselves to be fooled, right? Because
Yeah.
there'd be a video and I would read the comments. Now, also caveat, I don't know if the comments are filled with bots either. So there's all these layers, right? But I would read the
Yeah.
comments and they'd be like, "Oh my God, this is appalling," or blah 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 blah. and I'd respond and go, "This is AI, people. That stop freaking overreacting." But it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit scary when you sort of think about it. It's like, I've seen things like almost on a daily basis, like, oh, it's clearly like even just like pets
Oh yeah,
things, like, and like animals chasing animals, like it's clearly fake.
yeah,
It's not real. It's like it's totally AI driven. And you just have to look at the what I think of as like the unnatural things that sort of happen from what you've naturally observed in your own environment. But even just saying that is kind of scary. It's like some people are just not going to be able to realize the difference between real life and what's actually going on. But you know, that's for
yeah.
another day, I guess.
Facts, facts. All right, we'll continue here.
Let's discuss the technical red flags so we can attach some actual words to those vibes. AI video looks smooth and fuzzy from a combination of the blurry picture, film frame rate,
Right.
and AI artifacts. Here's a real video of me next to two similar AI videos. In mine, anything that's in focus is sharp and anything that's out of focus is naturally blurry. But in the AI videos, there's less of a difference. Everything's a bit soft and the background is evenly blurry. Oh, and while my video is 1080p high definition, the AI videos are actually upscaled to 4K and still this soft. That's the AI look. It's hazy,
Yeah.
it has a glow to it, and it's just fuzzy. These models are trained to look good and professional, so the soft look is strange and out of place in otherwise very well lit and good looking environments. They're also trained to look like movies. Veo and Runway are the two most popular models. They only generate videos in 24 frames per second. The frame rate is how many pictures are taken every second to make the video. Lower frame rates have longer exposures, which cause more motion blur. For AI, it's a great match because it's kind of blurry anyway. Luckily, though, 24 frames per second is not that popular outside of movies or videos trying to look like movies. For example, sports and video games are usually shot at 60 frames per second to capture that quick movement. This clip at 24 frames per second is a weird fit for a motorcycle race.
Yeah.
Most casual
can see that.
selfie videos we see
Yeah.
online are shot at 30 frames per second because that's the default setting for phone cameras. So when the AI tries to create that style at 24 frames per second, it actually looks too good since we associate that frame rate with movies. Camera people are about to comment about how they shoot 24 FPS, and yeah, I know that. Remember, these are just red flags, and none of them are perfect. If AI didn't mimic professional videos, we wouldn't be here. Let's move to audio. Take a look and listen to this clip.
It started like any other day, but then the sky turned a color I'd never seen before.
Many people will say the lip sync is off. As an audio engineer, I'm really sensitive to lip sync, but I have a lot of coworkers who couldn't detect lip sync at all, so this one's hard to teach. But when people say lip sync is off, I don't think they mean that in the traditional sense. They just see bad vowel or consonant mouth shapes, and that makes the mouth look mushy. Additionally, the voices can sound robotic or synthetic.
Hi, this is a test video. I'm not a real person. Can you tell?
This only applies to videos generated by Google's VO3, since currently that's the only model that makes sound. And finally, some of the AI look is just inherent to the current ways videos are generated. Technically, all the red flags are caused by this process, but the point is, these models are predictive and random, and that can result in tons of little mistakes that are hard to see.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
In total, give you the gut feeling that something's wrong. Let's move to the third and final category.
We'll pause.
Yeah, that's just like we're pretty smart people. The people who spend a few minutes watching this are pretty smart people. And just watching a few minutes of this is like, I can definitely tell the AI behind what's going on, even without this video sort of tutorial. But it's amazing to sort of think about how many people who are not
Mhm.
aware of these things and who are just like, oh yeah, this is real life. Man, that's scary. That's really scary.
It's scary. It's scary for a lot of reasons. I think what comes to mind for me, of course, are those who don't have any filters whatsoever because of, and actually it's almost a double-edged sword because they don't have any filters for AI. but they're also filtered in terms of what they want to believe, right? So
Yeah, the
like
media that they consume and
the
yeah.
media they consume, their political lens leaning and whatnot, that they're more readily fooled by AI video and maybe not and will not be receptive. Honestly, they will not be receptive to watching this video to be honest. But
No, they're gonna think it's like a total bullshit and like total like fake. Oh, it's fake.
yeah.
It's like fake news. Depending on what side, both sides have that the viewpoint as well. It's
Well,
not just
well,
the right,
yeah.
it's the left
Well,
also.
yeah. I mean, I think the thing both sides will definitely want to have that kind of hesitation to just take things for, for what they are, right? But with regard to the audio, that's the one thing that I've been, because again, like I said, I watch a lot of like Instagram video and whatnot. The quickest thing for me, like for instance, like in an on an image or a video clip that like he was talking about like sharpness of the audio of the object that's closer and blurry for the background. It's the same for the audio. Like how sharp the audio is
Yeah.
a dead giveaway for me that it's AI.
Yeah. I mean, but it takes kind of a trained eye, and there's so few people who have that trained eye, and who bother to look for those kinds of red flags, right? That's another
Right.
thing is like, so I think sort of getting out there is like, hey, you don't believe everything that you see is kind of what the purpose of this video is. It's not like everybody's being fooled, but you know, try to think about it a little bit closer. Um, Observe your own um uh the things that you look at to to be the way that you look at things, and just be a little bit smarter about it. You can do it, and to overcome some of those red flags, because it's so real, some of the stuff, right?
Yeah.
The biases that you have, overlook those, and try to look for the facts, and don't be fooled.
Well, let's continue here.
Situational red flags. These are needed to confirm your findings, but they are more meta. The background is usually where mistakes hide, because it's blurry. Real life blurry things follow the laws of physics, believe it or not, but in AI videos, blurry is unclear, therefore less predictable. It's not the first place anyone looks, but if your BS detector goes off, look closer. This beautiful shot doesn't seem to have a dead giveaway, but if we zoom in, we have a weird hand render.
It does to
Look,
me, yeah.
used to be this too, but now it's one thing? I don't know. Here, there was supposed to be a car shadow, but there's no car, and I still don't know what this is. This podcast looks okay until we zoom in. That baseball stitching is wrong, the mic stand and cabling is nonsense, and the football jersey completely gives it away. Then in this behind the scenes shot, those camera rigs are made up. Those are not real. Again, AI creators don't let
That's pretty
obvious things
fucked up.
slide, so you have to look for these smaller details.
I mean, right there, 100% is like, but how? I mean, there's the small details if you're not really looking for them, right? It's like
Yeah.
if you're not looking for them, you're like, oh, whatever. It just looks like a regular video to me. And that's what's so scary about it, is like it's just so uh, um, you have to be paying attention.
You have to be paying attention, and the creators of these AI videos are also banking on the strong possibility that you're viewing the videos on a small screen where these kinds of inconsistencies or
They're
dead
not going to show up.
giveaways
Okay, I get it. Yeah, that
are
makes sense.
so much in the background that it won't even be discerned. I don't know. We'll continue here.
I've been saving the last 2 red flags for now, so I wouldn't scare anyone off early. The video's purpose and style are very important and at the core of why this even matters at all. Like, why should you even care about being fooled by AI videos? You need to have your own reason besides just avoiding embarrassment with family or friends. Well, for as long as they have existed, videos proved that something happened. That made it a powerful communication tool. But now that relationship is broken, and that completely changed what videos mean. It happened really quickly. AI videos pass by because they make people feel good, so they don't care if it's AI. I also see a lot of AI ads selling products that only an AI person would possibly show up on camera to sell you. Or there are viral AI videos that rack up views, then link you to a site where they sell advertising or a product that's of questionable quality. It's also perfect for memes. It's low effort and easy to make something crazy or funny. There are already a lot of ASMR AI videos or fake historic videos. I'm seeing more AI-generated political content emerge, and that's my worst fear coming true. It's not deepfakes of known people, but of fake, folksy people on the street stuff with a political rage-baiting edge.
Why are you here?
We want Congress to recognize pizza as a vegetable.
That's obviously fake.
Entire worlds of fake, crazy people are emerging from thin air. The purpose of AI videos
That's not good.
Sometimes it's harmless and sometimes it's manipulative, but those are the two extremes that are perfect for AI. You should be more skeptical when you see something that's very provocative or very dumb. That's not new, but AI makes it way harder. That was dark, but this can work in favor of human creators too. Relatable, casual social content is not a strong point of AI video because it's the most uncanny. I have a theory that people will actually have to double down on unedited videos. The tech that makes chatbots or AI companions isn't the same tech that makes AI videos. They're both just called AI. AI videos don't build relationships that well. Finally, video category really matters. Since there is an uncanny valley, look out for videos that just avoid that completely, like these categories. Because they don't have photorealistic humans, viewers seem to care less about these being real. But remember that there are real animators and creators and photographers who make
I see some of this
and
stuff. Okay,
they're still a powerful medium.
That was really interesting to sort of hear that. I mean, it's scary, but also there's like some ways that we can do things to be a little bit better and sort of overcome some of these red flags is what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, for sure. And again, I think in terms of the level of discernment is commensurate with your willingness to be open to it, right? So if you've already got that bias and you've already got like that, oh, I'm not going to listen to this message, it could be both good and bad, right? So you could be like not open to fake news, or you're disregarding real news and kind of just leaning towards fake news because of the biases that you have, right? And the filters that you want to consume media.
I think that's where I was saying we need to get the people who are kind of in the middle of that, what we were just talking about, to like really pay attention, because there's a lot of population of people who it doesn't matter what side you're on, right? You want them to be on your side, but it's the middle of the spectrum. It's like the people who are easily swayed either one way or the other. It's like you want that to be on your side, so you have to like put out videos. And but is thing to me is that I would hope that the majority of the people in the middle, whereas they're not particularly strong on one way or the other, but you want them to be on the right side. That's the kind of the danger almost. Is like those people will vote. And it's like you're talking about a democracy, not necessarily like a king or not. It's the people who are in the middle who can kind of decide these things, and sort of hope that they're going to be hopefully more educated and able to overcome some of the stuff that they're seeing here.
I hope so, man. But I think just because of how we consume information now, and the way we've been consuming information for the last 20 years, it's been it's been video based, it's been audio based. It's not, I guess any kind of media, depending on how it's created, could sway the public one way or the other, right? So, but it's the way we consume information now. It's in snippets, so it does not give us, we don't give ourselves enough time to fully look for these these giveaways, these red flags, right? Because
Yeah.
we've got a 5 second 5 second attention span that is like, okay, as soon as I consume that, I've got a decision to make whether I believe that or not. And if it happens to be deep fake and I believe it, I only had those 5 seconds to make the decision, right? So how do you, I mean, I don't know. How do you circumvent that?
I mean, I don't know how you can other than just education, and to, again, we talked about this in various mediums. It's like, have a critical thinking mind, and sort of decide for yourself what is real and what's not, and do the research behind it. It's like, don't just accept it. Depending on your echo chamber,
Right.
that's the biggest thing that I hope most people do is like just go outside of it and look at all angles of it. Like, to me, I'll go look at things on Fox. I'll go look at things in MSNBC. I'll go look at things in Newsmax or News Nation, or BBC overall, or Al Jazeera, different news sources, to sort of, make up your own mind about things, and don't worry about, the bullshit that's going on here, because they're just trying to sell you something at the
Uh,
end of the day.
and that's definitely very important. I mean, I've found myself watching a video about whatever subject matter is. I'm going, wait a second, what is this? And then I'd open up Google. I'll search for whatever the situation is, and nothing's popping up. And I'm like, and then go back to the video. I'm like, oh, this is clearly AI, and it's clearly AI after the second viewing, but but it made me pause and I go, wait a second, this doesn't sound like it's a real thing, and to prove what you were just saying, like have that critical thinking hat on, maybe verify before you act. But again, there's a
Yeah, and
majority.
just use common sense. Is like, even if I use AI on an almost daily basis
Same.
to like do things, but I question it, and I also will question it. I'll question the source. I directly ask, and sometimes it'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm just telling you what you want to hear." It will literally do that. AI will just tell you, "Hey, I'm just telling you what you want to hear." And it's like, well, I don't want you telling me what I want to hear. I want you to go deeper into that. And so you have to take it with a grain of salt, and you have to. It's a tool. It's a good tool, but you
Yeah.
have to like really drill down into it and not take it too seriously, until it gives you like what you think is like an unbiased view on things. It takes a very, very long time to do it, but you have to do it. Otherwise, you're going to get, they're going to end up Harrison Ford and what's his face, and the other chick who's really hot. I can't remember the name of the movie, but yeah, you know what I mean.
I do. Well, folks, if you enjoy this content, please give it a like and share it across your socials to help get the word out about our show. If you hadn't already done so, please subscribe. And on YouTube, hit that notification bell to make sure that you don't miss out on any future episodes. And who knows, we might be AI right now. Can you tell?
I'm definitely not. I'm not good enough to be AI, but
No,
certainly at
it's
some
going to
point
take
in
a
the
lot.
near future.
It's going to take a lot to render you an AI.
That's a fact.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.